Show me how 誰が教えてくれ Final 熱く燃える痛みがその影とを焼き尽くす Breaking the fire and free your key.
What's up, everybody? Gojin the Makai Phantom approaching you. There has been quite a bit going on with Kamen Rider lately. So you may have heard about the upcoming sequel to Kamen Rider Double, Futo Pai. And I'm almost certain you know what Shin Kamen Rider is after the hype that's been surrounding the whole Shin universe thing. But they have another Dark Rider reimagining for a mature audience coming to Amazon Video called Kamen Rider Black Sun. And if you haven't heard already, each aims for an adult audience and specific. Shin, if it's anything like the other entries with its namesake, will indeed be that way. Futo Pai is adapting a scene in manga, and Black Sun is following in Amazon Rider's footsteps from the looks of it. Not to mention, the director, Kazuya Shiraishi, is known for more mature media such as Devil's Path, Sea of Revival, The Blood of Wolves, and Dawn of the Felines, and the advertisements are currently letting that know. So what does that tell you? This raises the question, what does the near future hold for Kamen Rider, and will other Toku franchises follow it? Well, that's what we're looking into today, as I'd like to drop my 2 cents in. Let's have a look.
迫る初夏地獄の軍団
First question I have is, will there be more adaptations of Kamen Rider manga? I know Futo Pai was a huge success, selling the amount of copies it did, and Kamen Rider Double is currently one of the series' highlights to many people, at least in the Heisei era. But I can't help but feel like they're testing waters to experiment with the formula to how they can profit off Kamen Rider every year. So what's happening is they began with one they knew will gather attention to see where that goes, and if it sells, there is a chance they'll see a market with the anime community. They'll have Kamen Rider fans tuning in, anime fans, and those who are crazy for both. Personally, I'm hoping this means we can get the Amazon Rider side stories put to screen. Since while the series and its movie gives us the material we need, it would be nice to see what happened during the Points of Ichido in Season 2 on screen. Good chance it'll be Amazon exclusive, looking at them already having a deal, and Amazon seeming to have a connection to darker toned Rider entries. Which brings me to my next point. I already talked about the possibilities that find themselves within the Shin Japan Heroes universe, and most of them I still stand by. So if you're interested in hearing what I have to say about a possible movie featuring Godzilla, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, and Evangelion, check that one out in the description down below. But I also have an alternative theory that maybe there'll be a sub-universe per franchise. For example, Toho would have their universe that features iconic kaiju such as Godzilla, Mothra, and Dodon. Subodaya will have theirs being Ultraman, Seven, and Jack. Toei's being Amazon's modern adapting of old-school Rider shows, beginning with 2016's Amazon Riders, aka Kamen Rider Amazons, to please the massive adult audience the franchise gathered throughout the years. What I'm getting at is Amazon's, despite having some appearance in other stage shows, video games, and in one of the movies, was made as its own continuity. So I'm thinking every couple years they'll make something for this world for Amazon Video, generally of older Rider material and possibly original concepts over time. Think about it, Shin Kamen Rider and Kamen Rider Black Sun are 2 adult entries coming out around a similar time based on older Rider shows, generally seen as higher standards by the fan base. And here's the kicker, Shin is obviously by Hideki Anno, while Black Sun has a massive involvement from Shinji Higuchi. More often than not, these two work together in some shape or form. They're a team, so a part of me feels like this was a way to get both out around a close time while still carrying similar energy, since due to always working together, the presence of the other is always felt, even on their own. Plus, it could be a way to get something from both of them, for when they manage to meet up, they can write or direct that collab together. The dynamic between Black Sun and Shadow Moon I'm expecting is going to be similar to Jin and Haruka's from Amazon Riders, as it was already an important plot point to the original show, and knowing how much people loved Amazons, they saw the opportunity by giving Black this treatment. And it works. Because this here is one of Japan's most iconic rivals. So the fact they accomplished it in their last series, they know the potential a show solely about Black and Shadow Moon can bring. Again, they're starting off safe to see if this works out by banking off nostalgia and what gave them traffic last time. Essentially, don't be surprised if you see Ichiko and Haruka in the second season, or even crossover movies where their universe merges or something just to get more people. Hopefully, with this license, as it is indeed confirmed to be coming to American Amazon, that'll also mean an official sub to The Last Judgment, but only time will tell. Now, Black Sun and Shin Kamen Rider are looking to stick to their older routes in more ways, as the names remain the same to their Showa counterparts, and the rival featured came from the source material, while Amazon's had an entirely new cast and plot points. Though some things, such as Mamoru being a modernization of the mold that conflicts with sides, and the overall violent combat, but aim to be its own thing overall. But these are still reimaginings. Don't get mad about differences present, as it's still necessary for Shin, as it's a movie to a 99-episode TV show, and it's clear the designs for Black Sun are drastically more edgy than the originals, and the whole thing with Shadow Moon will come earlier in the story, with the stuff it does have in common pushed to 100. For those unaware, Black, while targeting a young audience, already was known for the dark nihilistic tones and horror-themed episodes. And we already got a taste of what they can do with that at points in Amazon Riders. So now that we're getting Black, an already horror-esque series, I'm liking the chances we got with this one. Hell, don't be surprised if you don't see Golgum in it. Make no mistake, they probably will at some point. Hell, my expectations is Shadow Moon and Kamen Rider Black Sun at the beginning will probably be working together against them, and eventually he joins their side, and it becomes more about their rival. But at the same time, just from how this is advertised, and me not really expecting it to be the length of the TV show, I wouldn't be surprised if they mainly put the focus on Black Sun and Shadow Moon. Anyway, that was it for this episode. Please comment your thoughts down below, and if you enjoyed it, please smash that like button, share it around, and subscribe. Make sure to hit that bell for notifications to keep up to date on all my future content. Also check me out on social media and alt tech. Links are in the description down below, alongside Anime Anteiku. They have been very helpful to the growth of this channel, and I cannot thank them enough. So if you're interested in anime and occasional posts of other nerdy shit, they will definitely provide. This is Gojin the Makai Phantom, leaving the building.